everyone, Retro Leo here with another comic book review. This one's a lot to remember, so I'm not sure how well this review is going to go, but I'm going to attempt to review Avengers and Fantastic Four, Empire #1. This is a Marvel epic that was pushed back. It was supposed to have been out earlier in the year. And I just read this, and it's a lot to take in, so if I'm looking down to remember what happens exactly, that's why I'm not looking at the camera. So, as the book starts, we have the Fantastic Four staring down the Kree and the Skrull warships. And the Kree and the Skrull have apparently joined forces together after being enemies for thousands of years. So on the Fantastic Four ship, they're trying to figure out how this had happened and what was going on. Well, Reed Richards asks his son to take the Kree child and the Skrull child they found in Fantastic Four Empire #0 and to keep them safe while they try to figure out what's going on. Well, Reed has Sue turn them invisible, and we find out that Hulkling, who is half Kree, half Skrull, has taken over as king or ruler of the galaxies. And while the Fantastic Four are invisible and trying to figure out what's going on, the Super Skrull tells him that he can turn invisible and that the Fantastic Four are there, basically. And he tells them last he had heard they affiliated with the Avengers. So, after that, we cut to the Avengers, and they are on the grass planet, which was in Avengers Empire #0. And we catch up with them, and basically, this person named Koi, or Q, I'm not 100% sure, makes it where Hulk can basically control the anger and can talk, and she says she hasn't felt this good in years. So, as the story goes on, the Kree and Skrull ships close in on this planet, and the Avengers tell them to stand down or they're going to attack. Well, Tony Stark has a plan, but before we get to that, the Fantastic Four are on the Skrull ship, and they're asking Hulkling how he became leader, and he said he raised his sword and it stopped the war between the Kree and the Skrull. And that's pretty much it, as he tells Reed and the rest of the Fantastic Four. While this is going on, the Tony gets broadcast into the Skrull ship, and he's listening to it and saying, there's no way that this could happen by you just raising a sword. You're being used, basically. They're setting you up for something. And Hulkling says, I trust Super Skrull and Tanalith, I believe how you pronounce her name. And yes, I know that sounds, but on this, I trust them completely. Well, Tony won't have nothing to do with this. He says, look, they're villains. I'm not going to believe this crap. So he tells Ghost Rider to turn the Quinjet completely on fire. And doing this starts a war, basically. And the Skrulls attack, and Ghost Rider uses his penance stare, and it kills one of the Skrulls. But then this guy named Captain Glory shows up and tells him that he has no guilt and that his power won't work on him, and he takes the ship out of commission. So while the Avengers battle the Skrull, Tony tells Thor, puts a device on Thor's hammer, and sorry about that. And he tells him to swing for the sky. He throws it up, and the Hulkling takes the sword and catches Thor's hammer. But that's just what Tony wanted it to do, and the device goes off and it shuts down all the firewall and all the weapons on the Skrull ship. But when this happens, Koi, I believe that's her name. Let me check. Yeah, Koi, QE, I don't know how you pronounce it. Says, "Thank you, Avengers. Thank you so very much." And in doing so, all the Kotati, they all start forming from these cute, adorable little plants, and they form into these warriors, if you can see that. And they say, "We are the Avengers now." And all these plants start growing all over the Skrull ship, and it starts growing all over Reed Richards and the Thing. And the book ends with the Emperor from the Kotati saying, "We begin our empire," and holding up a dagger and staring out. So, issue 2 comes out next Wednesday. I didn't know how I'd feel about this. Now, I'm not getting all the tie-ins because it's just way too many. But I'm just going to read the main storyline. But so far, I'm intrigued. I know that's probably a rough review because, I mean, that's a whole lot that happens in that book. But that's kind of a rough draft of what happened. So, I'm going to say pick it up. It's definitely worth it. And I hope the story keeps getting better. So, until next time, y'all, be good. Take care.